Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to learn an interesting topic called acceleration. Right? So before I tell you the definition, formula, units, etc., I want you all to go through some situations. So for that, please close your eyes and try to imagine what I'm saying. Imagine Earth revolving around the sun, because of which we have so many wonderful seasons: summer, winter, rainy, spring, autumn, blossoming of flowers, etc. I'll give you one more situation. You are on a bike, riding it, and then you suddenly accelerated and you got thrilled. Right? Then imagine yourself on the roads of Araku, Ghat roads. You are in a car or a bus, and then you are experiencing the turns by getting pushed into the corner of the bus or car. Imagine you are undergoing a free fall from the top of a diving board of a swimming pool, or from a parachute, which you can imagine. You are diving from a plane. Oh my god, scary. Or you can imagine doing a bungee jump. Oh, again, scary one. Right. Try to imagine that you are going in a car or in a bus. Suddenly you experienced a jerk, a forward jerk because brakes are applied with a sound. Imagine in an exhibition you have you got into a roller coaster and experiencing all the thrill. Right? You can experience all these things. There is one common factor in all these things, and that factor is called as acceleration. Right? You enjoy experiencing acceleration every time. In all these things, what is common? The common thing is there is change in velocity. There is some change in velocity. That is called as acceleration. So let us get into the statement of this acceleration. Right. The rate of change of velocity of a moving body with time is called acceleration. Okay. Simply, it is change of velocity with time. Okay, with time, of course, everything is changing. Only few things remain constant. Okay, but everything changes. So velocity will be changing if a body is moving. Okay, that will be called as acceleration. It is put into a formula like this: acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time taken for change. Okay, for example, let us say you are at this point A at time t is equal to 0. Okay, you are on a bicycle and you are riding your bicycle starting with a speed of 0. This u which I have wrote, that is called initial velocity, starting velocity. U represents starting velocity. Okay, so starting velocity is 0, and then you started pedaling the bicycle and then it moved. When you are pedaling slowly, you will do it very fast. Slow. After some time, let's call that some time as t. Okay, some time as t. Then you reached a point B where your velocity, okay, now it is something. Now that velocity is something, okay, v meter per second. Okay, now this v represents final velocity. U represents initial velocity and v represents final velocity. I'll give some numbers for better understanding. I'll make it 5 seconds. Okay, after 5 seconds, you achieved a speed of, let us say, 15. It will be too much for you. Okay, let's call it 3 meter per second. Okay, so in a matter of 5 seconds, from 0 your speed has come to 3 meter per second. That means clearly there is a change in velocity. then we can say that you are accelerating, your bicycle is accelerating. Okay, so that is what here A is equal to this triangle which you see, that is called delta. Okay, that is actually a Greek alphabet, capital letters, uppercase. Delta in physics, in physical sciences, delta represents change. Delta represents change. Change in velocity upon time. Okay, of course this is also delta t, but if we start with 0, then let us say we write like this, t2 minus t1. If t1 is 0 anyway, then this factor becomes 0. It is nothing but, let us say this is something. Okay, if it is 5, you put 5. If it is 4, you will put 4 here. So anyway, it will be t minus 0 is t. That is the reason we are simply calling it delta v by t. Okay. So acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity. I would like to tell you all why whenever in physics we are using this word rate. Rate, that means you are trying to compare a quantity with respect to time. Then only we use the word rate. Okay, whenever you are trying to compare a physical quantity with respect to time, we use here the rate. The rate of what? Which quantity? Velocity. Change of velocity of a moving body with time is called acceleration. Okay, so when we are talking about change in velocity, there must be two velocities. Okay, one is final velocity, other is initial velocity, v minus u by t. Okay, it is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity, which means acceleration have direction. Okay, acceleration will have direction. Which direction? Velocity. The direction of velocity becomes direction of acceleration. Okay, units of acceleration are meter per second square, or it can be also written as meter second square inverse. Okay, or centimeter per second square, or kilometer per hour square. Okay, right. How you got this? Look at this formula, you can easily understand. Units for velocity, change in velocity, velocity units are meter per second, per time is second. The second and second get multiplied, we are left with meter per second square. Okay, so this is what the understanding for acceleration. All those examples which I told, they are here. Okay, you can experience acceleration all these times. Right? Now we will learn that acceleration, its value can be 0, positive or negative. When we'll see when acceleration will be 0, positive or negative. When a body moves with uniform velocity, we have learned uniform velocity means every instant if the body is having same velocity, then we say that the body is having uniform velocity. Condition, it should travel in a straight line. Okay. So in that case, v will be equal to u. Okay. Look at this. In this situation, v will be equal to u, because every time velocity is same, initial or final, it doesn't matter. So now you will see the formula. A is equal to v minus u by t. Since both are equal, okay, it is equal to v minus v by t. It is nothing but 0. So acceleration can be 0 when the body moves with uniform velocity. Okay, it can be positive. We say acceleration is positive in certain cases. When acceleration, we know this is the expression. It can be, time is always positive anyway. So it can be positive if this is positive. If v minus u is positive. V minus u can be positive. This is possible. So v should be greater than u. Okay, v should be greater than u. What does it mean? It means that a body should start with some velocity. Later its velocity should increase gradually. Okay, v should be more than u. Slowly velocity should increase. So the underlying point is velocity increases. Velocity increases. Okay, right. For example, a freely falling body. You can take the example of a freely fall. This is a body and this is falling freely under the influence of gravity. Okay, so what is happening? Initially, when I am holding this pen, its velocity is 0. But when I am dropping, slowly its speed is increasing because of the gravity. Okay, so what is happening? The acceleration. There is some acceleration. There is some increase in velocity. That is an example of positive acceleration. Negative acceleration. So A can be negative if v minus u is negative. That means what? So u must be greater than v. If this term is bigger than this, obviously this will be negative. Numerator will be negative. Then acceleration will be negative. For example, a body thrown up. If you are throwing a body up, for example, right now I have a pen. Its velocity is 0. I am throwing it up. Okay. Now see, when I throw it, initially I am giving some velocity. Maybe let us say, for example, here I gave velocity of 20 meter per second. But by the time it is reaching the top, its velocity becomes 0. Velocity becomes 0. That means initial velocity is 20, final velocity is 0. Final velocity is less than initial velocity. Final velocity is less than initial velocity. Initial velocity is greater. Okay, so that is where A becomes negative. So this is the example. Okay, right. Now we will learn about uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Right. What do you think? Earth, is it in uniform acceleration or non-uniform acceleration? Is Earth accelerating or not? What do you think? Yes, of course, Earth is accelerating. Earth is accelerating because it is changing its direction every time. Maybe it is moving the same speed, but when it is moving in circular path around the sun, every time, every point it is changing its direction. So it is definitely changing its velocity. If it is changing its velocity, we say it is accelerating. Earth is accelerating fine, but is it uniform or non-uniform? It is uniform acceleration. We are going to see how. When velocity of the body moving along a straight line change by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. Okay, what it means? It means that let us say here there is a body, time t is 0. Okay, after 1 second, let us say time is 1 second. In time 1 second, let us say the change in the speed. Okay, now here the speed was let us say 0 meter per second. Here let us say it is 2 meter per second. Okay, after 2 seconds, after the second, okay, now after the second, now the speed, let us say it is 4 meter per second. Okay, now look at this. Here what is the change in velocity? Here the change is 2 minus 0. Okay, so here change in velocity is 2 meter per second. What about in the next second? Here also you can see 4 minus 2. the change in velocity is again 2 meter per second. Okay, let us say this body, again it traveled 1 more second. Okay, now after the third second, in third second the speed, let us say 6 meter per second. Okay, now again you can calculate the change in velocity in this second. The change in velocity in this second, 6 minus 4, again it is 2 meter per second. What does it mean? Every 1 second, okay, for every 1 second, the change in velocity is constant. A change in velocity is 2 meter per second. Okay, 2 meter per second. So acceleration is change in v by t. It is nothing but 2 meter per second. It is, the value comes down to 2 meter per second square. Okay, so this is what the understanding is. Every second the change in velocity will be same, then we say the body is undergoing uniform acceleration. If it is not undergoing same change in velocity every second, then we call it non-uniform acceleration. Well, velocity of the body changes by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time, then we say the body is okay. For uniform acceleration, an example is a ball rolling down an inclined plane. Okay, I hope you understand it. Let us say there is an inclined plane. This is called, because with the ground it is making some angle, so we call it as inclined plane. Okay, let us say a ball is rolling. When the ball is rolling down, it will accelerate, but with the time the change in velocity will be same every time. Okay, you can calculate that by an experiment. Or if a body is falling down, okay, the change in velocity is again constant. Okay, for example, we are dropping anything. The change in velocity every second is same due to gravity. Okay, so even that is an example of uniform acceleration. In this lesson, you will deal with this kind of example. Later in this lesson, you will come across equations of motion which are valid only for uniform acceleration. So at that time, you must understand what is uniform acceleration. Right. Next, we'll move on to non-uniform acceleration. When, as I already read out, if suppose these change in velocity is not same for equal intervals of time, we are calling it as non-uniform acceleration. For example, let us say there is a body at time t is equal to 0. Its speed is 0 meter per second. Let us say after some time 1 second, let us say its speed is 2 meter per second. After some time t is equal to 2 seconds, let us say the speed is 3 meter per second. Now you look at this, the change in velocity here, the change in velocity is 2, whereas the change in velocity here is only 1. You can see this is not uniform. Okay, so we can say non-uniform acceleration. Example, motion of a bus on a crowded road. On a crowded road, what happens? Sometimes the bus moves very fast. Sometimes when the crowd comes, then the bus will suddenly slow down. So its change in acceleration is not constant. Okay, right. So this is about uniform and non-uniform acceleration. People, now we'll see the numericals on acceleration. Okay. Let us see the first question. A boy starts from rest and attains a speed of 36 km per hour in 10 minutes while moving with uniform acceleration. Calculate the acceleration of the bus. So we'll take inputs from the question first. A bus starts from rest. Okay, if it is at rest, it means that the initial velocity of the bus, this is initial velocity, that is 0. U value is 0. and then it attains the speed of 36 km per hour in 10 minutes. So we have one more hint here. So final velocity is 36 km per hour and time is 10 seconds. Sorry, 10 minutes. 10 minutes while moving with uniform acceleration. Calculate the acceleration of the bus. So they are asking us acceleration. So we have the formula. A is equal to V minus U by T. See, always in physics, from a given numerical, you got to take the inputs properly. After taking the inputs, there will be known quantities and unknown quantity, means which we have to find. We got to see what is the relation between known quantities and unknown quantity, and that we have to apply. Since in this case we know acceleration is equal to V minus U by T, our formula is ready. We can find out acceleration. But the next thing is, you have to ensure that everything in same system of units. Okay. Here it is hours, the time is mentioned in hours, it cannot be in minutes. Okay. If you are taking something else in meters, it cannot be in kilometers. Okay, so everything we will try to convert into SI units, standard international units, in which length will be measured in meter, time will be measured in seconds. Okay, so let us first convert this. I would like to convert this into meter per second. So V value 36 km per hour. When you are converting into meter per second, this is the way we convert. 18 twos are, so it is 10 meter per second. And time also will convert into seconds, which is SI unit. 10 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So it is 600 seconds. Okay, so now we'll apply. So acceleration is equal to final velocity is 10 minus 0 meter per second. 0 upon time is 600. So A is equal to 1 by 60 meter upon second square. This will be the answer. Okay. Let's still further, if you want, you can get the decimal and the answer in the decimal. Right. The next question: a body moving with a velocity of 40 meter per second. We will underline this. 40 meter per second is brought to rest in 5 seconds. What is its acceleration? So let's take inputs from the question. This is the first step in doing any numerical inputs. So you can see the body moving with velocity of, so initial velocity is 40 meter per second. It is brought to rest. It means final velocity is 0 meter per second. Okay, finally it has come to rest, so final velocity is 0. Then time is 5 seconds. Then what is the acceleration? This is just a cake for you. It's very simple. A is equal to V minus U by T. Ensure that all are these in same system of units. Yes, SI system. All are time is in seconds. Fine. So V value is 0 minus U value is 40 upon time. Time is 5. So it comes down to minus 8 meter per second square. So acceleration is minus 8 meter per second square. You can see here acceleration is negative. In this problem, a motorcycle acquires a velocity of 36 km per hour. 36 km per hour in 10 seconds just after the start. I'm underlining the important points in the question. Just after the start. Then the motorcycle applies brakes to slow down. This is slow down the motorcycle. It takes 20 seconds to stop. Okay, this is important point. calculate the acceleration in the two cases. Okay, so first we'll try to imagine the question. Okay, question says it all that there is a motorcycle. Let us say the motorcycle is here. Okay, the motorcycle is here. You can see that it is acquiring a velocity of 36 km per hour. That means it is taking some time. Let us say after some time of 10 seconds, it has acquired, here the speed is 36 km per hour. Just after the start, this is the start, which means that initial velocity is 0, just after the start. Okay, until it is fine here. The motorcyclist applies brake. Now here he applied brakes to slow down the motorcycle. Okay, since when they give in the question like this, it means you have to understand that it achieved this speed. After that he applied brakes to slow down the motorcycle. Okay, so he applied brakes here. It takes 20 seconds to stop. That means from here it took 20 seconds time. So now the time is 20 seconds time to stop. That means here again velocity will be 0. Calculate the acceleration in the two cases. So here they're talking about two cases. One is before applying the brakes, one is after applying the brakes. Okay, so in both the cases, initial velocities and final velocities are different. Let us take first this case where it started from rest and it achieved a speed of 36 km per hour. Okay, so let me tell you, I'll convert this 36 km. I'm not very comfortable with this, so I'll change this I want to change into meter per second, so which is 5 by 18, so it is 10 meter per second. Okay, so I would change this with 10 meter per second. Why I did that? Because this I am taking in seconds, so I have taken this also in 10 meter per second. Okay, so this point is very clear. Now first we'll try to find acceleration for this case. A is equal to V minus U by T. Okay, here what is the final velocity? 10 minus initial velocity is 0 upon time, 10 seconds. So it's very clear, it is 10 by 10, 10 upon 10. You get 1 meter per second square. This is acceleration for the first case. Second case, final velocity is 0 and initial velocity will be 10. So here U is 10 meter per second and final velocity is 0. In the second case, initial velocity is 10 meter per second and final velocity becomes 0. Okay, since they mentioned that it comes to rest. Okay, it takes 20 seconds to stop. Okay, so again we calculate the acceleration. A2 is equal to V minus U by T. So A2 is equal to V value is 0. 0 minus 10 by time is 20. So you get minus 1 upon 2, that is minus 0.5 meter per second square. So A2 value you got minus 0.5 meter per second square. Hope you understood.